is Katie, the creator of KNF Design. I wanted to first thank you and welcome you to the 12 days of December.
For today's project, we will be making a little photo frame, and you can either put it on a card or you can maybe put a magnet and put it on your fridge. I really like cutting these on my laser, which is, I have a Glowforge laser that'll cut this out of wood, which is fantastic. It looks really nice, but if you have a Cricut, it's good in Cardstock as well. And so that's what we'll be doing today. This here is the VIP version, but I just wanted to show you some extras and group. There it goes. So if you get the VIP, I have a couple different bold options. You have this one where you could layer the vinyl to add the color, or you could just leave it like this. That's kind of how this one is, one solid color, which if you're doing it on paper and you decide to just draw it, you could then go in with some markers and color in the bulbs. So I just wanted to mention that because that's kind of a fun thing. That's how I decided to do those files. If you don't get the VIP, then you just have this one, which is still really pretty. So once you've uploaded the design, then you want to hit ungroup. Now first pay attention here. Place all pieces on top of each other to size them together. Size pieces to 3.5 inches wide to 5 inches high. So sometimes Cricut design space will shift. In this case, it doesn't look like it did. It's close enough to that 0.7. You could leave it like that, or if you want to be precise, you could. But just in case it doesn't, what I mean is just put everything together. You don't want those pieces sticking out. You can even go to a line and center so it puts them all together, and then change to your 3.707. And it's very close, so it'll work that way too. That's just what that means. So that way everything gets sized together. Now all my pieces are a little wonky, but that's okay. We'll get them back. And that's the back, and this is the middle piece. And then you can put your text wherever you would like. And then I have some fun snowflakes that we can rearrange wherever. So this is that's done, so we can delete it or hide it. This is telling you that this opening here is for a 2x3 wallet size photo. And then this is the front piece, the middle piece, and the back piece. But we don't actually want to cut out that text, so you can either hit that eyeball to hide it or just delete it. Only text we want is a Merry Christmas. So since we will be cutting this on paper, you have a couple options. You can do permanent vinyl, HTV, or you can use a pen and have it colored in for you, which I think I am going to do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with all my snowflakes here. So just select all of them, and we're going to change it to a pen. I think I haven't decided what colors I'm going to do yet. Thought about doing a blue theme, so maybe I will do a light blue pen. We'll call it light blue. And then we'll do this a darker blue, maybe. do a clip. And that'll just outline it so we know, and it shows nicely when we go to make it. This is exactly where I want it to go, so I'm going to select everything and hit attach. So that way, those pen marks I just made stay on that design. If I didn't, they would go on a separate mat, which we do not want. For paper, you really only need this front. Actually, that could be all you need. You could just do the front and then put a little bit of tape around the edges to tape in your photo. To make it nicer, you can add this back piece to it, and we will just glue along the lines there, and then your photo will slide in there. This is really more needed for wood, but you could, let me bring it to the front so it's easier to see. You could layer it on top of the back piece to give it a little spacer. This helps tell you where to glue, and this gives your photo a little bit more room to slide inside there. So you could cut all out, you could not cut a few pieces out, it's up to you. I'm going to be cutting all of them out just to show you what they look like if you do. But that is all we need to do for that, and it's just cardstock, so we will cut the cardstock and insert our pens when told. Once it is done, I'm going to color in my snowflakes and my Merry Christmas. And actually, I will probably not keep this red color. So I'm just going to select all of them. I might do a tan color with the blues. That could be pretty. I need to go through my cardstock and see what colors I even have. But I'm going to go get that cardstock, cut this out, and I'll get right back with you to see how to assemble it.
So I have cut out my pieces for a little picture frame out of cardstock. Typically I would use a light blue mat for cardstock, but this is a very old used mat, so it's not very sticky. It's seen better days. So when taking off, especially cardstock from a mat, I like to fold it backwards and then just slowly bend it, and it'll come right up. And then you can just take your pieces out. If some of them get stuck like this, you just kind of bend it. So bend it back and forth on that crease, and that kind of helps take it out. And then you can just peel it back out. So I like showing you that just in case. So that's going to be our backer. Another thing to note, if you're like me, I really liked this metallic blue marker I had, and I really just wanted to use it. It's really pretty. So I did a marker instead of, you could do vinyl, you could do HTV. Yes, you can do HTV on cardstock. But if you do a marker, so you might be able to tell this side of my cardstock is a little bit bumpy textured, and this is a smoother side. Markers tend to work better on the smoother side. I don't think I'm going to color in my snowflakes. I kind of like them like that, but I think I am going to color in my Merry Christmas. So this is my blue metallic marker, and it's a 1.0 millimeter, whereas my blue bonnet is this color that I use for my snowflakes, and it's a 0.4. So that's why the lines look a little bit different there. And I went ahead and did the in-between piece. Again, you don't have to, technically, if you don't want to. But it's going to lay on our back piece like this, and then that will go on top. And then our card, it just gives it some more space so our picture can slide right inside there. So you won't see that. That's just to help you grab out your photo if you need to. Now, this way, the textured side and the smooth side won't matter a whole lot here on the back pieces. So that's up to you. I think I'm going to do the textured up just so it matches the texture on the back there. But that won't matter. And then we will just apply glue. You can do glue or double-sided tape. So apply it to here. Set it down. Apply your glue or double-sided tape. And glue it down. And that will be the easiest so you know and don't go over the edges. I'm just gonna do, you could do like Elmo's glue. Bear has a really nice glue as well. So there's just any type of white crafting glue works well. This is nice because it's a thin point and it dries fast. Up to you though what you want to use. Oh, again, I like to use double-sided tape a lot sometimes too. I think I'm going to do glue this time. Just the photo might go in and out a lot, so maybe that'll hold up a little bit better. Probably won't make a big difference, but that's just what I'm deciding to use. So now I'm going to color in my Merry Christmas, and then we'll go and glue it together. Right, we have our Merry Christmas all colored in there. I think it looks nice with that metallic look to it. And I just really like blues and yellows together, so just decided to mix it up, something a little different than the typical Christmas. But you could do greens and reds or whatever colors you would like. And again, you can decide not to add the snowflakes, or you could put more snowflakes on it if you want as well. I do have this on a piece of paper towel. Something I found as I was working with Cardstock that I like to do just in case things get a little messy. Cardstock tends to not need too much glue. I'll just line that up there. It's nice thing with the glue versus the tape is that it gives you a little bit more working time to line things up, and just kind of knocking it like that, make sure it's nice and even and lined up well. And then what I found I like to do is I put the other piece of the paper down, and then I can roll it with a brayer, and then that paper towel kind of picks up any glue that might have seeped through there, which I don't think we had any, so that looks really good. Now we'll do this next section. And if you notice that your corner's picking up any, you can always lift it a little, apply a little glue in, things like that. And then we'll put our last layer on top. I think that looks pretty good, and we'll brayer it. If you haven't bought a brayer, I highly recommend it. Doesn't matter what type, but they work well for doing this, putting materials on your mats. I use mine all the time. So that is all there is to it, and now we can slide a photo in, but I'm going to wait for this to fully dry before I do that so it doesn't rip it open. And then we could also attach a little ribbon so we can hang it on the tree. You can put a little magnet on the back as well. So lots of options there for you. So here is our little photo frame thing. And I have a little photo of my husband and I. We actually went to one of those candlelit processions, and so we had 4 people in the background that were playing on violins, and then after we just took a picture with all of the candles. So it was a really fun, nice little event. And again, this is a 2x3. And then you just slide it right in. And there's your little card. And then with that, it makes it easy to grab it if you need to take it out, switch it out, anything like that. Like I said, you could put a little ribbon here on the back just with some glue and hang it as an ornament. But I think I'm going to use a magnet. These are pretty strong magnets, so I think I'm going to do like maybe one up here, one down there, and just glue them to the back. Just depending how strong and big your magnets are, depends how many you might need. So just play around with that. And to make sure that it'll hold itself up on your refrigerator. But yeah, I like how this one turned out. A couple different options for you, and even more options with those VIP designs. I kept mine simple, but again, you could do vinyl. You could decorate it with like little buttons with, they have like characters and stuff. All kinds of things you can do with this, but I think it's just fun to have a personalized photo inside of a gift. So I hope you liked today's gift, and I will see you tomorrow for our next gift. Happy crafting!